Hey guys, so I'm having another depressive episode, I think, and I'm not gonna cry in this one. I don't think I am. I just feel really empty and tired. Not the sleepy kind of tired, but just like your body just feels really slow kind of tired, but you don't want to go to sleep because you don't feel sleepy. So a couple things, I guess. I stopped being vegan. I'm gonna stop being vegan for a while for health reasons, which is very ironic to say. I basically haven't really been eating the past couple weeks, and it caught up with me last week, and my body just completely shut down. And yeah, I had a depressive episode, and I thought it was over, but I'm still going through it, and it's not very fun, and it sucks. And the other thing, I don't know, I went on a couple dates the other week, and it made me realize some stuff about myself, and I'll explain the vegan thing and the dating thing in another video, in a more well thought out video that I have. The one's going to be a skit and the other one's going to be informative, and I guess you can tell which one's which. Well, okay, yesterday I felt a lot better, but for some reason today I feel like shit. I hung out with Julia yesterday and today. But today we had a lot of time to kill because we didn't start work till like 5, so I went to her place at like 1, and we ate and we watched a movie and we took a nap, and I think waking up from that nap I just felt like shit. But then again, just this whole day I've been feeling really out of place and empty, and I feel like there's this hole inside of me that there's just void. I don't know, I can't explain it, but I feel so weird. And I haven't had a depressive episode in a little bit, so I just wanted to talk about it. And it's really funny how my other depressive episode video has like over 300 views. That's hilarious. And I made a joke on my Snapchat the other night how I noticed it, and I was like, ha, I'm gonna make more to profit off my depression, and I didn't mean it, and now I think karma's biting me in the ass, because I don't know, I make depression jokes because that's how I cope with it, okay? I don't mean it, but also I kind of do mean them. I don't know, this video doesn't have any kind of format other than for me to just kind of explain how I'm feeling and just talk without feeling guilty about it, because whenever I talk to my friends about me being depressed, I feel selfish and I feel like there's just nothing that they can do, so they feel bad. I've said this multiple times on multiple different occasions and probably in multiple videos, but when I talk to my camera about this stuff, I don't feel selfish, and I don't feel like I owe an explanation to anyone, and this is my way of getting things out completely without exploding. Whenever I talk to my friends about it, they want to put their 2 cents in, so it kind of ruins the flow of getting my emotions out. But then again, when I talk on and on about my emotions, I feel weird, and I just feel like I'm just going on about myself, and I feel conceited. So I force myself to just kind of sum everything up and then kind of change the subject, and it helps sometimes to get my mind off of it after I let it all out, but sometimes I just want to talk and not have to feel sorry about it. Then again, I feel sorry about everything, let's be real. It's very easy for me to feel guilty and bad about things, especially when it comes to my emotions and my feelings and my thoughts and my mental illnesses, and it's very frustrating. I teared up earlier because Julia knows me better than anyone, and she hugged me, and a lot of the time I've noticed when people hug me when I'm already feeling depressed, I start bawling. It's that physical contact that kind of wants me to like release the emotions, and it was, I don't know, I didn't feel weird, it's just, I don't like it. And I've been trying to write poems and songs about how I've been feeling, and it all feels forced, and it feels like I've said all of this before. I feel like everything that I'm saying and writing and doing are very ingenuine and not real. Earlier I talked to one of my bosses / friends, because he's not just my boss, he's my friend. I just got some advice from him about dating and stuff, and he just went off the cuff, and it was just hilarious, and I laughed. Well, looking back, everything that he did and said was hilarious and amazing, and I laughed, but looking back, it didn't feel like a genuine laugh. I felt like it was forced, and I had to laugh because that was kind of the appropriate response. And I say that because that feeling of happiness and laughter and emotion was very fleeting, and it didn't stay with me. And I thought I felt better, but obviously not so much. So I guess the biggest takeaway from all of this is just, you don't have to be ashamed of your feelings, and you don't have to keep everything bottled up. And I have friends that bottle everything up until they explode, and it's not healthy. The one thing I will say that I like about myself, the way I deal with things, is that I deal with things very head on. I explode right away. My emotions always get out there, and an hour later I feel perfectly fine and happy and back to normal. And trying to bury my feelings deep down is not healthy, and it does not help me at all. And it's not like, I feel like I'm just not capable of hiding things like that, especially my feelings, because my friends read me like a book. So I just want to say that if you bottle your feelings up, that is the way you cope, but don't be afraid to be emotional and be vulnerable with the people that you trust and care about, because they just want to be there for you, and they care about you, and they want to be your shoulder to cry on, and you're not a burden. I can't emphasize that enough. And I remember reading this quote. It's from a book. It's a compilation book of letters written by people around the world, but one person said, "Thank you for teaching me that the anxiety that burdens me does not make me a burden." And that sentence hit me really hard. That plucked a heartstring for sure. So don't be afraid to be vulnerable, to be emotional, and have emotions, because you're human, and you're gonna have good days and bad days and normal days. This is just a bad day for me. I'm gonna have a good day soon enough. It's all about balance. And I pull this out because Lewis gave this to me for my birthday, and he just got a string for it. This stone is a tiger's eye, and it's in the shape of a hexagon, and it's supposed to symbolize balance. So I try to remind myself that everything's in a balance, and that life balances itself out. I'm not gonna feel this way forever, and I'll be fine. But I am going through a depressive episode, which kind of sucks. But I know that I'm not alone. Sometimes I feel that way, and I have been feeling that way lately. But I can actually say that I feel a lot better talking about it with you guys, and just thank you for letting me talk. Thank you for just being here and hearing me out. And I hope that this resonated with some of you, any of you, and I hope that you know that you're not alone, and I hope that this video reminded you of it. And yeah, but thank you for listening. Thank you for being compassionate, empathetic human beings, and I love you all, and I'll see you very soon with hopefully happier content. But okay, bye guys.